Hey everybody, it's Sam from the future, post-editing Sam here. I just wanted to give this little, I just wanted to preface this by saying this, because I don't think I said it ahead of time enough, but this is actually like a review, so like, we spoil things right away, because the first time we talked about this with Kalani was before it even showed anywhere, so like, we were hyping the movie up, getting hype for it, and talking about behind-the-scenes stuff, and now Kalani's back to talk with us about what he's done since then, what he's working on, and how our review of the movie and what me and Danny thought of it, and what other people at so many cons that he visited thought of it, and things like that. So I want to give you a premise of the movie. Skye Hoshi, anime character Skye Hoshi, mysteriously becomes real and falls out of her poster. It's up to slacker comic store employee Adam to help her get back home before her anime is destroyed. So that's literally what it is. It's like this girl who gets isekai'd from her own anime into the real world, into our world. In this case, I believe it's New York. And the main character is just like this, Yutz who works at a comic store. And it's just like a really cool story. So I wanted to give you that premise before you kind of went into this review, me and Danny's review of it, along with the director, Kalani Hubbard. Director and writer and star in the movie, along with Chris Richards, Emily Barkovic, and Regina Famatigan. If I'm pronouncing that wrong, I apologize. Famatigan. But yes, very fun movie. I'll let me and Danny's review speak for itself. And again, we were just so excited to talk to Kalani again that we kind of just threw our review structure out of the window. We were just like, "Oh, how have you been? What have you been doing?" And all that good stuff. But anyways, go to puremagicpictures.com to rent or purchase Skye Hoshi and give it a watch.
Awful. Yeah. And I'm over here like, I actually like green tea.
I know, it was funny. That was hard for Olivia, because she was like, I love green tea.
Yeah.
I'm like, but Skye doesn't. So
right.
Here we go. Yeah.
That was great. It was awesome.
You're like, as the director, you hate it.
Skye.
Welcome back to the Anime 7 podcast. It's your host, Sam. That's me, right? I was like waiting for someone to say, yeah.
Yes, Sam, that's you. Yes,
yeah,
yes.
That's me, yeah.
That's
You're alone.
I'm over here.
You're
okay.
alone on this episode.
And of course with me every week is Danny.
I love ramen.
And
Ramen's my favorite.
Hey. Yeah.
And we are here for another.
Or more. Wait. No, it's morning juice. Morning juice.
The secret is to use a little less water.
Yeah.
So that is right. That's a pro tip.
Which is actually like very true, by the way. Like when he said that, I was like,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
The real ones know.
Yeah, the real ones know. And you've already heard him just now talking, and you've heard him before because he's a returning guest to an EX Cinnamontography and creator series. That's Kalani Hubbard. We call him K-Hub.
Hey, I'm happy to be back. So happy to be talking to you guys.
Yay.
Thanks for having me.
The writer and creator of such pictures as Skye Hoshi Anime Girl, Plunder Quest, and one of the founders of Pure Magic Pictures, which you can subscribe to right now. Watch all the great films and behind-the-scenes footage of all his movies. But, K-Hub, what are we talking about today?
Thanks for having me. I'm so excited because word on the street is you guys just recently saw Skye Hoshi Anime Girl, and I'm excited to chat about the movie. We've been to conventions, we've showed it to a lot of people, we've had a lot of fun, and we're working on a sequel right now. We start production this year, and it's just been really fun. We've been just in Skye Hoshi land for a while now.
Nice.
I'm excited to chat about it.
Yes.
I feel like when we because when we talked about it last time, you were on the verge of finishing post-production.
Yeah, it was like right before it came out. Yeah,
there were already premiere dates, set in stone and everything, but like you were still like in those last moments. And I feel like one of us asked that. I feel like one of us was like, "So is this going to be like a trilogy? Is it going to be a sequel?" And you were like, "Nah." And now you're telling us that there's going to be one. You're working on a sequel.
Yeah.
Already.
We are working on a sequel. So you know what happened was I wrote, we created the movie. I wrote it and directed it. We made it, and I was like, I have an idea for how this could be a trilogy. I wrote a really big story, and I was like, I'm really excited about it. I have some cool ideas for it, but I'm gonna see what the audience thinks, and I'm gonna do a little bit of just like a test. So we went to A-Kon in Texas, which was our first convention where we screened Skye Hoshi.
When that was in the summer, this past summer, or no?
Yeah, it was the past summer.
Okay.
And it was wild. There was it was huge. So many people. We were in this huge room. We had like a couple hundred people in this giant auditorium watching Skye Hoshi for the first time. It was very nerve-wracking. I was like, oh my God.
Man.
You have so many people, like that many just to watch your movie and stuff. Like it can definitely
Putting yourself
be
out
really
there,
nerve-wracking.
and yeah.
Yeah. And at that point, no one had really seen it. We did our live digital premiere, which was amazing.
I was there. It was fun. It was great.
Hey,
yeah. It was cool
Thanks
being
for
there in the
coming.
chat. Yeah.
Yeah, it was so fun. That was just like that. I think that was one of my most fun moments, is doing that live digital premiere, because it's like this fun community of people, like we're all kind of in on it together, like watching it. It's just like it's so fun. It was like this fun family feeling of us all watching the movie.
And I don't want to interrupt you, but just real quick, it was a digital red carpet premiere. I've never been to red carpet anything. I'm just a Midwestern weeb. Okay, I don't know shit. So like, even if it technically wasn't like a quote unquote live red carpet or in person red carpet, it still felt like going in there in the chat and then having the camera walk down, like pan down the red carpet. It felt like I came out of a limo and I was like, oh, okay, I'm from the Anime Summit podcast. What's up, girl? Like, it was super fun. And then
awesome.
They're reading the chat and they're like, oh, Sam's here, Anime Summit's here. I'm like, yeah, that's me. Like,
Yes.
it was great. But yeah, no, like, so you're at A-Kon, 100 people auditorium.
Yeah, there's a couple hundred people there. It's like this huge
Couple
thing.
hundred.
So I was like, I know that I'm gonna show this movie to this big group, and I told all the cast that was in the movie. I was like, okay, I'm doing this as an experiment. Don't get too excited, but I'm gonna put at the end of the movie, I'm gonna add a scene with just the bass tryouts. That scene that was like a late stage, like the movie was done, and I put the scene in at the end.
Okay.
We filmed it like really quick. But anyway, so I was like, I'm gonna put the scene at the end of the movie, and I'm gonna put "to be continued" at the end.
Okay.
And if I get a good response from people, then that'll be my it's like me gauging it. If people are like, oh my God, I want to see what happens next, then I'll be able to make a sequel or maybe a trilogy. But if people are like, oh, good movie, and they don't really say anything after that, then I was like, okay, then maybe we won't do a sequel or a trilogy. So it's kind of like my way of testing the waters a little bit. So I told my actors, I was like, I'm putting "to be continued." I'm adding this scene. Like, don't get too excited. Like, I don't know if we're gonna make one or not. So anyways, we go and we screen at A-Kon. We're all nervous, and it plays the end of the film where they're doing the bass tryouts, and then you kind of hear that little Skye Hoshi theme, and it says "to be continued," and like the whole it felt like we were watching a Marvel movie. It was kind of insane, actually. Like, everybody in the auditorium was like screaming at the screen when that happened. When it's a little bit of a spoiler, I won't say it, but like you see something and you hear the Skye Hoshi sound, and then it cuts to be continued, and like everybody like erupted with like everybody was like freaking out and screaming and clapping, and it was like the craziest thing. And then afterwards, I left the auditorium. I was like one of the last people to leave because I had to get my hard drive from the sound guy.
Yeah,
So
cleaning up and
I
everything.
get the hard drive from the sound guy. I walk outside, and there's this huge crowd of people. And I'm like, oh, I wonder what they're waiting for. Like, somebody important must be.
They're waiting for
around
you,
here.
man.
And I was like, and then like I realized that they had formed, like, there was this big line, and people were waiting to talk to Skye, Olivia and Hunter, who play Skye and Adam in the movie, and they were like signing posters, and then they were like wanted to talk to me, and I was like, this is wild.
Yeah.
Like, what is going on? So it was just such an amazing experience for us. And then in all of those conversations, like, everybody was asking about the sequel and stuff. So that was just such a
man.
cool experience. I was like, okay, I guess we're making a sequel. So
So wait, let me stop you for a minute. That added part was not in the version I watched, right?
I can't remember which version you watched.
I don't think
but-
so. I
Okay.
think because
Yeah.
I don't think it was. Yeah, I think there might have been a scene where it was like, oh, there's gonna be bass tryouts or whatever. But like, I don't think No, I'm
Yeah,
maybe
I'm not.
mistaken.
I can't remember when we did the red carpet digital premiere. I can't remember which version of that we premiered, but I remember specifically when we were doing the conventions. I was like, I'm gonna add this, yeah, to be continued. And
wow.
so I was like, okay, like that was our answer. We're making a sequel. So yeah, so now we're starting production on the sequel of the movie this year, which I'm very excited about. So
Sweet.
It's been a wild ride.
I would love to be a part of that red carpet premiere. If I could so gracefully ask for an invite to that red carpet, I would love to go.
Absolutely. I would love for you both to come.
Yes,
Aw.
absolutely. Yes, me and Danny will be each other's dates. We'll be each other's dates.
So good.
So really,
He'll give me an excuse to go up to New York again.
yeah,
Absolutely.
Danny gets to go back to New York. I just want to say too, for those of you who haven't seen it, we're gonna tell you where you can go see Skye Hoshi. You can even get a hard copy of it, which I didn't know you could until now. I totally forgot. I'm totally gonna buy a Blu-ray of it because I want a hard copy of this. But
Yes.
links.animesummit.net. That's where you can go and listen to everything. Okay, we'll follow where to listen to the podcast, and also listen to the sister podcast Anime Plummet, and then subscribe to our YouTube. Follow us on Spotify. I didn't know this, but we have a lot of followers on Spotify. Like, holy crap! Like that's. I was like, wait a second. What did we? Well, people love Spotify. Like Spotify is doing really well, I think.
That's
Spotify's
awesome.
popping.
It's popping.
I'm trying to find on our YouTube right now. There it is. I found it. Okay. It's episode EX25 with director Kalani Hubbard. It's Cinnamontography 8 and Creator Series 3 or 4. I don't know. Probably 3 or 4. But that's where you can listen to like the before. So this is before it premiered and everything, where he kind of talked about behind the scenes stuff, what camera work they used, and we got to watch the trailer and all that stuff. But that being said, now it's been out. So let me say this. Let me ask you this: the Acon in Texas, summer of 23. You said, yeah. Was that the first one you premiered it at, or?
Yeah, that was the very first one we premiered it at.
And then where did you go? Where did we go from here? What did you do after that? And then
we ended up doing a tour. So we
man.
went
Yeah,
to
you went to Boston. You went to Boston, didn't you?
We did go to Boston. So we did a bunch of fan expos, which was a lot of fun.
Nice.
Yeah,
So we went to fan expo, like we went to Canada, we went to Boston, fan expo, Chicago, San Francisco. We went all over. I'm missing a few. And then we went to like a bunch of other anime conventions, so that we had anime, Superstar Anime on Virginia Beach.
Nice.
And yeah, there was kind of all over the place. There was the Fan Expo Denver, I believe. So yeah, like it was wild. We went to a ton of anime conventions and screened the film, and it was fun because we actually started building a Discord of people that we had met, and so now we have like this fun like Pure Magic Pictures Skye Hoshi Discord that we've been still like keeping in touch with everybody that we've become friends with, and so that's been really cool. There. So what's that? Oh yes,
something's happening there.
Yes, yeah. We even made it easy because I don't know, Discord sometimes it's hard to like get an invite link or whatever. So we put on our website, if you go to puremagicpictures.com, I put like a huge like Discord button.
Yeah, I noticed that. Like it's literally right. It's right next to like the store, and also right next to like if you like sign up, it's right next to like the little icon of like, your account. So
exactly, yeah. So I was like, we've been meeting a ton of people traveling all over the place, and it's been really cool because we've just been building a small like community of people who enjoy what we're doing and want to be more a part of it and want to geek out with us. And so the Discord has been really fun. We've been like talking about our favorite types of ramen and
that's awesome.
and fan theories, and it's been really cool. So yeah, it's been a really great experience. I mean, people have been really enjoying Skye Hoshi Anime Girl, and I'm just so grateful because like when you make a movie, you do. Like for me, like I write something, I stay very true to myself, and I write something that I would want to see. Like I want to watch this movie, I want to see this stuff happen. Like this is what makes me excited, and so you kind of put yourself out there, and and you hope that it connects with people, you know.
Right.
You hope you're not the only person on earth who thinks it would be cool. So, and so it was
Absolutely,
a very wonderful experience to, you know, put your heart out there, and it really resonates with so many people, and it's been getting such great feedback, and so that's been really awesome. So, but I'm interested to hear what you guys think, because Danny, I know you just like recently watched it, right? It's like fresh in your brain.
Literally, I finished it today as we speak before we recorded.
Love it.
I actually initially started it yesterday before I went to work. But I got home a little late last night, so I wasn't able to finish it. So I pretty much kind of just started the movie all over today when I got up, and I just banged it out. I
binged it. You binged it.
So, yeah. Excuse me. I enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed it. I didn't know what I was expecting and stuff. Especially, you know, from all the past events. Like I knew, I mean, I follow the Pure Magic Pictures Instagram and all that kind of stuff. So I was like seeing all your videos about like you going to all of the conventions and stuff like that. So and I even asked, because I knew Sam went to the digital premiere, and I asked her and stuff. So, and she enjoyed it as well. It reminded me, while I was watching it, it reminded me of the movie, the Disney movie Life Size with with Lindsay Lohan and Tyra Banks.
So good. That's awesome. You know, I've never seen that movie, but Olivia, who plays Skye, has like mentioned Life Size before. She's like, you got to see it. I was like,
yeah, it definitely reminded me of that. Like, you know, a little girl wishing that her doll was like, like, you know, a real life person and stuff. So, the fact that, you know, we see Adam and he's like in his band and he's practicing, and his boss is scolding him because he's in the break room and everything, like practicing, and even like being really mean to him and saying like, you guys suck.
Yeah.
So, and then Kira, like, she's just mean girl central throughout the whole movie. My partner James, he was behind me while I was watching it, and anytime Kira popped up on screen and just being mean, it like literal bitch lord, he was just like, God, she is such a bitch. Like,
oh my God,
what is up with her?
Oh, Kira. Always in a bad mood.
You were in a bad mood when you wrote her.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the whole like Skye's journey in like the real world, and it's not like an anime and stuff like that. Like in anime, really, you know, there are things that can happen, but you know, a writer can write whatever you want, like, and to write how that character you know, moves forward and stuff. Real life, you have to do that for yourself. You have to write your own story. So for Skye, you know, throughout this whole journey, like, they're trying to like get her back into her show, and none of the things that they think that may work aren't going to work. And when she sits down at like her creator's panel, and like she's listening to her creator talk about her and her personality and stuff, she's like, that's not me at all. So like she pretty much just created her own personality while she was in the real world. And you know, that for me is like a metaphor of like, it's okay to change, and like it's okay to realize in certain events that, you know, not everyone is perfect. It's okay, you know. It's okay to like eat top ramen for breakfast every morning. So, yeah, like the metaphors in the movie were definitely very interesting. And I'm pretty sure, you know, like a little girl, like a 7-year-old, or, you know, between, you know, that like 5 to like 10 or maybe even 13 watches this movie and they realize, you know, oh, it's okay to move on. Like, I'm not always perfect. Like, I can create my own personality. So
yeah, I love that. That's so cool. Yeah, that's definitely, you know, one of the messages in the movie that I thought was very, you know, exciting and something that resonated with me. And, you know, you can write your own future, you know, like you're not stuck with, you know, what life is right now or who you are right now. Like you can choose, you know, how you want things to go. And if you know, decide to take control of it and do it for yourself. And so I thought that was very empowering for the Skye character to decide, like, this is like, I'm discovering who I am now that I'm here. And I'm not what all these people are saying I am. And so I thought that was really special for her character to go through that and just to figure out who she is.
Right,
you know,
exactly.
Decide that ramen is her favorite thing.
Yeah, exactly. And coffee.
And coffee, yeah. Exactly.
I thought it was really funny. She's like, when she drinks, you know, takes the first sip of coffee, and Adam's all like, this is my favorite drink.
Yes.
She like takes a sip. She's all like, you drink this every day? He's like, you can see it in his face, like, well, you really shouldn't drink it every day.
Yeah. She's like, you must be the happiest person on earth. He's like,
it's just all like,
if only it was that simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, and yeah, that like, you can just see that whole like the very first moments in certain things. I also thought it was really funny that when she was brewing, like heating up the hot water to brew green tea, she's like, I love this. And she takes a sip and she's like, ew.
Yes.
I love this. This is awful. Yeah. And I'm over here like, I actually like green tea.
I know. It was funny. That was hard for Olivia because she was like, I love green tea.
Yeah.
You know? I'm like, but Skye doesn't. So here we go. Yeah.
That was great. It was awesome.
You're like, as the director, you hate it.
Skye hates green tea. She's like, oh man, all right. Yeah. But Olivia really does love ramen as much as Skye, so you know
that's
that really,
awesome.
That really helped her character. You know,
that's good. It's good to enjoy ramen in real life, and then it makes it easier for you to like act it out as well because you also enjoy it.
Yeah.
So
it was so good.
You're barely doing any acting at that point. You're just like, oh,
yeah,
man,
exactly. You're just enjoying it.
Yeah.
I'm even surprised that Olivia didn't even do like any happy dances while she was eating it. Maybe you should put that in like in the sequel. Yeah, in
there's
the
still
sequel.
time.
There's definitely still time. Like make her do the like a happy dance and like have Adam like comment on it.
So good. I love that.
That is basically the same. I kind of got the same idea. It was like, I mean, especially when you're in a new world, you know, like first you have to capture the fish out of water stuff, right? Which you did, obviously, because she's a cartoon character, you know. But the whole realization that the real world to her was something else, but this is the real world to other people,
right? And
if she wants to stay with these other people, aka Adam and whoever else she's met at the time, which is like there's something sometimes you don't know where you're going, and then when you get there you realize this is where I'm supposed to be, this is where I'm supposed to stay. But of course, given the circumstances of like the crystals and whatever, right, it's like or the stars, little stars, and the rules of those, do I have a choice to stay?
Right.
And obviously, it's like those last moments. We're spoiling, by the way, guys. Okay, just so you know, those last moments, like when you think that she's gonna disappear.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I was kind of like, I was like, dude, no, like, come on, like, let's not do this.
No, let's not do this yet.
I've like we've had a lot of movies lately, in the mainstream and in indie world of films where not everyone gets where they want. Okay, they want to do something different. Well, we've been doing that same thing for the past 10, 15 years now.
Right.
So it's common now. So let's have a happy ending. Let's try to have a happy ending at least, or
I
something.
love that, yeah.
Whether it's a cliffhanger or not, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, and
Totally.
And I won't say anything beyond that, but like, I just when you sometimes even now, okay, and I'm not gonna get too much into my life, but like even now, there's some things going on with me right now where I don't know where in a month from now where I'm gonna be. And
I think we're all like that.
In certain aspects. Yeah, I think most adults my age are like that, honestly. I think even Danny, because me and Danny have been talking a lot about our jobs lately, and we're just like, oh man, this is too much. Whatever. Our day jobs, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's a big aspect of your life, right? Because income, that kind of thing, And so, what do you do? Sometimes you don't know. And me and Danny aren't necessarily fish out of water. We know how life works. But, like, sometimes it's the little things. It's the little things like giving me your jacket when it's cold outside. Because the movie takes place in New York in the winter, right? And so, giving me your jacket when it's cold outside. It's warming up a thing of ramen in your tiny, crappy apartment at night because there's nothing else to eat and also you're poor. And it's going to conventions with each other and, being recognized as XYZ character and not recognized as XYZ character. It's not even all the good stuff, but the bad stuff. And you still choose to stay because there was something or someone that made you stay. And you write your story. You always have a choice at the very end. And I think was cool. I think that was cool. It's a trope that's been done before, but then there's a thing about like doing it well. And I think in the world of nerddom and otakus and just indie films in general, or just films in general, I think you did it pretty well in here.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. And
I'm so glad
the actors are great.
I'm sorry. Oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of the actors and all the characters that you wrote for this movie, no offense, but aside from Kira, because I feel like anytime Kira, I'm like, gosh, she's so mean. Like, why is she so mean? She doesn't have to be that mean.
She's misunderstood, Kira.
But the comic shop owner or manager, I don't know if he was supposed to be the owner or just the store manager and stuff, but like I really enjoyed his bits,
yeah,
especially when like Adam was trying to like pretend to be sick and he's all like, why are you here then? Like, you need to leave. Like, stop infecting, the whole store and everything. Like, might as well just sneeze on everything and stuff. And so, like, wow, I wish a lot of bosses can be like that. Like, just force you to go home because you, like, started coughing. So,
that's so good.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that bit. And then him frantic, like, constantly going behind the counter and in front of the counter and just keep going back and forth, and it's like, where's my hand sanitizer? Like, didn't know what to do.
Yeah. He's in a panic. Poor guy.
Oh, I loved it. I was all like, yeah, you be in that panic.
You be in that panic, yeah. Chris Richards, that guy is so funny. He was like, he played the character Mr. Mario, who's the store owner.
Okay.
And, he's so funny. It was so fun to work with him because obviously, like, he would stick to script and do really great stuff. But then I would also always, he's great with improv. So I would always have him do another take where I'm like, just do whatever you want, say whatever you want. And so like, it was this great combination of like, what was on the page, but then also he would just throw out some random stuff that I would end up using because it was so funny.
Nice.
So it was a great time working with that guy. He was so funny.
Yeah, he was great. Like every time he was on screen, his bits were on spot on and pretty funny and stuff. So I thought it was pretty hilarious that he kept calling like people kid. So like, you're probably like not that much older than the people you're
he's
talking
like 3 years
to.
older. He just talks down to everyone.
So, but it still worked, oddly enough. So I was just like, I'm okay with this. Like he's embracing like his elder millennialness.
Yeah. It's so good.
So, and I mean, even though Kira was a very, very like misunderstood and mean character, but even her like, you can just tell the way of like her demeanor and even trying to like sabotage a little bit. I almost would have liked the sabotage to go a little further, a little bit. Like, I don't know, this probably would have been horrible, but like ripping up the poster or something. To like, like, haha, what are you gonna do now? Because it seemed like Kira was very much like, anime is dumb, like that's like for kids and stuff, like why don't you grow up kind of thing.
Right.
So I mean, if she really wanted to be mean, she would have ripped the poster up.
Yes.
So
I know.
But I'm very interested in what's going to happen in the sequel for sure. So
Yeah, there's a lot. I think the thing about Kira is so funny because she's such a polarizing character. So we went to all the anime conventions, and it would like split the room in half. Like some people would be like, oh my God, Kira is my favorite character.
Yeah.
She's amazing. And then the other people would be like, I hate
her.
Kira.
Yeah.
Like so much, And it's just so funny to me. Like there was like Team Kira or like Team Hate Kira. There's no in between, So I thought that was kind of fun. But yeah, her character is very like complex. And like, I think at the surface level, she's just kind of like mean.
Yeah, I mean, at the same time, I'm like, who hurt you? Why are you like this?
Why are you like this?
What happened?
Yeah, she cares too much, and so she her defense mechanism is just kind of being mean. Being mean. But, yeah. But so in the sequels, it's very fun because Kira gets a lot more range, and you get to see her. A little bit more of a comeback with her, which will be really fun. And of course, there's Skye, and there's going to be a lot more like fight scenes, and the Syndicate comes and stuff. So it's going to be like
fun.
It's going to be really fun. It's going to be definitely a little more on the action side of things. It's going to be more of an action film, but still obviously Skye Hoshi. So it's going to be fun and funny. But my inspiration is kind of Empire Strikes Back. It's like the second movie in the trilogy where it's like it goes a little deeper, it goes a little darker even. Yeah. And then, it kind of takes some unexpected turns. Right. And then the third movie is like up, happy,
Yeah.
So so that's kind of like the original Star Wars trilogy is my inspiration for the Skye Hoshi trilogy. Nice. So so I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun with that one. And we just did a script reading recently. And that was fun to kind of
so that's how far you ended today.
Yeah, we're getting ready for it. Yeah, so we read through the script together, and that was a lot of fun to hear, like, Skye and Kira and everybody just like read their lines as their characters.
Bringing them back as the characters. Yeah,
because you get to like the first movie you have to establish a world, you have to establish like who people are and stuff. But now like they're so established that the second movie is always so fun because you these people, they're your friends now.
Right, they got to know the characters that they're playing, so it's all like, yes, I'm back with my best friend again kind of thing.
Yeah,
it's like, and then, like we'd never been apart and everything like that.
Yeah, so it's gonna be really fun to kind of bring them all back and do a sequel and a trilogy at some point. Are you
I know you said that you're gonna bring in some of like the Syndicate and stuff. Are there any like real world like characters like in New York that you're going to bring into the sequel, or is it just going to be like from the like Skye Hoshi anime that those are going to be the new characters that were going to be introduced?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be basically the same cast as the first film, plus a couple new characters, which would basically be one of them is a Skye Hoshi cosplayer who gets kind of swept into everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the movie like starts at an anime convention, and there's a Skye Hoshi cosplay contest.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and so anyways, the syndicate basically mistakes the winner of the Skye Hoshi cosplay contest as Skye Hoshi.
Oh, no.
And so it kind of starts there, and she gets swept into the chaos. So that's going to be a really fun movie because, like, yeah, it's very much. This one actually really celebrates like, cosplay and all that stuff, and I think people are going to really enjoy it because it really does like. It gives you the convention feel again, and the love of like being able to dress as your favorite character and just be with people, So this one starts at a cosplay
That's awesome.
competition.
That's fun.
And then the syndicate comes back comes into the world, and so yeah, it's going to be the same cast plus a few new people, but it's all from like the Skye Hoshi anime world essentially. So
you think, or well, rather. That the first one was successful enough, you're confident in doing the rest of the story. And
oh, absolutely. Yeah. Like I was really hoping that people would want more of this story.
I want more
of it. What was that?
I want more of it.
Yes. Awesome. Love to hear it. So, yeah, and so, by going through all these conventions and, like, we would have lines of people, like, doing poster signings and asking us about, like, fan theories, like the third setting on the gun and, like, just, like, really excited about the sequel and, like, what's going to happen next and stuff. And so it was really fun. It was, like, we were able to test the waters and see how many people really wanted to see more of this world and of these characters.
Yeah.
And so that was really exciting. It's like after we finished the convention circuit, I was like, okay, I got to start writing. Like, people want this. So that's been really fun to kind of be more connected with the audience. Because, we've been building our Discord and people have been like talking to me about like fan theories. And so it's been fun to kind of hear what people want to see and kind of
like
maybe take that.
A lore and everything like that. Too.
Yeah, exactly. So
I got a fan theory. Can I share one? Can I share a fan theory?
Do it. Yeah.
Listen, that motherfucker Adam. I know you said that you didn't name him. Originally, think of naming him after Adam from Astro Boy, but
that's right.
But that's a theory I have there. There's something about that. His name's Adam. Number 2. It's not just that jar in that room. It's more of them stars out there somewhere, and somebody's gonna grab them, and guess what? Whoop-de-doo. The whole world is. There's gonna be some otherworldly, some happening.
Oh, okay? I love that.
We have Skye Hoshi and we want her. She can stay, but the rest of that, what we got going on over there? You're not gonna say, oh, this will be fun, and have a fucking 20 foot Titan come into our world, okay? We're not gonna do that, all right? Like, it's more of them out there, and Adam and Hoshi needs to find them.
Just bring the colossal Titan into New York and see what
God,
happens.
no. Oh my
so
God.
There's definitely more of them stars out there somewhere, and we'll see. We'll see if we can find them.
It's too random. It's too random that they just happen to be in this random comic book store. It's more of them out there somewhere. That somebody knew.
Yeah, that's another thing. I'm all like, how did the stars get into the comic book shop?
Here's my theory.
Okay.
And I only made this theory up because I am what the Midwest is known as the garage sale queen. Okay.
Thrifting. Here we go.
Yeah. You will find the most random stuff. Okay. Everyone knows that. This is not some insider like secret. It's like you will just find the most random stuff for $1, 50 cents, 25 cents, $2, whatever, and it's just junk. Okay, to you,
right?
But somebody out there went to how it got to Earth in our world in the first place. Who knows? But somebody found it, took it home, used one of them, and said, "Oh fuck no." And then just threw it away somewhere in their basement somewhere, left it there. Okay.
Yeah.
Then that person moved or passed away, cleared out the house. Oh well, let's just donate to the Salvation Army or Goodwill or whatever. Not Salvation Army, but like Goodwill, or throw it to the thrift store. We'll have a garage sale or something. We'll have an estate sale.
Right.
And nerdy Joe, Kalani Hubbard, Kalani Joe, nerdy, comes in and goes, wow, that's really cute. I want this jar of stars. Right? And Kalani brings it in. And then Kalani's like, man, I got to make the next Skye Hoshi movie. I better sell my comics. Brings in a box of comics with the jar of stars and goes, hey, I need some cash because I need to make my next movie. I want to sell these comics.
Just inserts Kalani's self into the Skye
Yeah,
Hoshi
and
universe.
so Mr. Mario goes, yeah, I can give you this much for these comics. Oh, what's this jar of stars here? And Kalani's like, oh, I got this at a freaking estate sale I was randomly at looking for props for my movies, and I thought, hey, that's kind of cool. Looks cool. I don't know what they are. I think they're just like a little craft made thing. I don't know. And Mr. Mario was like, oh, well, I'll take it. I'll give you $10 for it. And Kalani's like, whatever. I don't need it. Sure, here you go. Mr. Mario put it in the back of the store. Forgot about it.
Hey, I like this. I like this lore.
What?
Going.
Now what? Now what? Now you got Doofus McDoofus face Adam poking and prodding where he's not supposed to do. He's supposed to be working.
Going where he ain't supposed to go.
And now look what happened. Now it's the anime waifu in the real world.
No, exactly.
That's my theory.
I like this theory.
Take that, and put it in the Skye Hoshi Encyclopedia.
That's in the encyclopedia, yes.
Yeah.
Gotta make a lore book.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so good. Speaking of which, technically, I mean, Justin is the drummer. We've talked about this off the pod, but
Justin, aka the best character. Yeah. Yep.
Oh yeah.
What was your thoughts on this character we were talking about?
Justin, oh my gosh, favorite, nailed it.
He's the real world. He's the real world insert. Number one, number two, because I've been in bands. Okay, I've been in garage bands and indie bands all my youth. Okay, and some days you just go to practice and you're just having a bad day. And man. Oh, man, I can think of so many instances, but one instance I can exactly remember was our guitarist was crabby. She was just not having it. I think she had a bad day at school. I don't know what it was. She's like, dude, I'm hungry. I'm just going to go, what do you got? I'm like, I don't know, just go upstairs. You know, we're at our drummer's house. Just go upstairs. I think there's like bagels. There's a bag of bagels up there. Whatever.
Right.
We come home and we raid the fridge because we're hungry. You know, we just got off with school. We're talking about school sucks, right? And so I'm not that hungry, you know. I got my bottle of Mountain Dew, whatever kids drink and whatever. And she comes out. She's got the cream cheese on it, and the paper plate is like the really crappy paper, flimsy Dixie paper plates, and it just bends in her hands. Just like
melts in the microwave.
Yeah, and it bends in her hands, and it falls face down, cream cheese side down.
Oh no!
On the
the
dirty garage floor, and she's just like, I'm done. I'm done with today. And that scene reminded me that he drops his pizza. Justin, he drops his pizza.
Well, Kira drops it on purpose.
Kira drops it. Yeah,
like
on purpose.
Smacks it out of his hand.
Kira is the insert for terrible life circumstances, and Justin is the real life character insert of just bad days. He just is like, he's like, man, I'm trying to get ready for this gig. I could have been at home playing video games. Here I am with you two yahoos waiting for Adam Joe What's His Face to show up, running around with an anime girl.
Yeah.
Come on,
he's just
dude.
minding his own business, and life doesn't go his way.
We were talking about this.
He's just trying to be a good drummer, and so stoked that his Skye Hoshi shirt doesn't even have Skye Hoshi on, and his other two band members are like, Justin, you're such a dork. And so wow. Okay.
He's secretly he knows all, but nobody listens to him.
Yeah.
We were talking about that scene off camera because Danny was laughing about it. And so I'm trying to think to myself, I'm like, when does that ever happen to me? Where I just drop my food.
Oh, I've done it plenty of times.
And it just ruined my day, right? Because the way Justin, played by fucking Kalani, by the way, is sitting here with us.
Me in a blonde wig.
The way he portrayed it was just, you felt so bad.
You
were just what the fuck?
You could feel the utter disappointment. Of just
funny.
Man, I was really enjoying that, and you just had to smack it out of my hand.
This is literally just a small moment with a supporting character in the film, and it's just it's not though. It's actually a big moment.
It's a big moment. Yeah.
You're just trying to see what happens, and the poor homie just dropping it, gets his pizza knocked out of him. And it's like, come on, dude.
Also,
here's what makes it worse. It's New York pizza.
Yeah, I
So
know.
it's like-
I know.
It's like
know.
Mecca pizza.
Oh my gosh. And also, thank you for actually like folding the pizza. By the way, like that's the proper way to eat pizza.
That's how you do it around here.
Yes, exactly.
you got to.
Yeah, but yeah, best supporting character.
Also,
yes.
I do want to point out, like, I know in the movie, like, the band is supposed to like suck, but that song, like the Tamagotchi song, that song was so good. I was just like, why are people not vibing to this? Why aren't people like Skye, who's just like, you guys are so good? Like, she was the only one that had like her listening ears on and was all like, no, you guys slap. Like, this is good.
That is so funny. You know, like, thank you. Yeah, it's so funny because I've got that from so many people. They're like, the rare candies are supposed to suck, but that song slaps.
That was so good. Even my partner, like, when the song was playing, my partner was like listening while he was playing RimWorld, and he's all like, dude, they actually sound pretty good. Why are they like griping on the band that they suck?
Oh, it's so funny. Yeah, that was a fun scene to do. That was a fun song to write too. I was just like, let me put in like as many like fun references into a tune as I can, you know. And
I felt like so nostalgic because like I had a Tamagotchi when I was a kid. So yeah, so that song, thank you for writing that, because that song was like very nostalgic.
Yes. Hey, streaming wherever you get your tunes. It's
Nice.
on Spotify.
Ooh, nice.
If you want to stream that Tamagotchi song, it's right there for you. Rare Candies,
Awesome.
Tamagotchi.
Awesome.
Rare candies,
Done.
dude.
We also have the Skye Hoshi rap on there.
If I'm scrolling Spotify or Bandcamp and I see a band called the Rare Candies, I'm clicking. Like,
right?
I'm like, come on, dude. What are you talking about?
I do have a funny story about the pizza. So.
Oh yeah, dude, tell us.
So yeah, I play Justin, who's the drummer, the quiet drummer. He drops his pizza. It's when we showed that to the conventions, literally every time there was an audible reaction from the audience every time the pizza falls. There's like a like everybody just like it's so relatable to them. It just makes me laugh. Like everybody just gets hit.
I'm
with that.
sorry, but everyone, if you're from New York, if you're a New Yorker and you know how good New York pizza is, that's just like, it's like kicking a puppy or something like that.
I know, it's so sad. But so there's a GIF from that scene of when Justin, his pizza falls and hits the ground, and so it's on Giphy and whatever. But anyways. It became the top GIF. If you go to like Apple and you type in pizza fail, it's the #1 GIF for pizza fail.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, what? That's amazing. So if you ever want to, if you go on your iPhone, you type pizza fail. That's the first thing. It shows up. I use it all the time.
I have a Giphy account, so I'm gonna look this up.
Yeah, it's on Giphy. It's
oh no. Come on, man.
So yeah, that makes me laugh. We have GIFs for like a bunch of stuff, but that one hits.
Oh my gosh.
Pizza fail.
It's totally relatable though. Like,
poor Justin.
Even for anything really, like I know for me at work, I have definitely have dropped my food at work plenty of times.
It's like the worst feeling.
Like taking it out of the microwave and trying to be careful because the Tupperware is hot because it's glass, and then accidentally like hitting the glass and it's hot and dropping it out of my hands, and then it just falls on the ground and falls all over me.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. Or like kind of like doing like the temperature test and like sticking my finger in the food, and it's like, okay, it's not quite done yet, and like trying to put it back into the microwave and like just hitting the shelf part where the microwave is, and then it just falls. I'm just like, why does this keep happening to me?
Why?
Literally the worst.
And Skye decides to stay. This is what we deal with in regular life, and you want more of this.
My God, please don't have Skye experience any sort of like food
Dropping her ramen
on like her ramen or something like that.
She's like, that's it. I'm going back to the anime.
She's like,
I'm done.
I'm sorry, Adam, I can't do this anymore.
I can't do this.
This is too real. I can't deal with this.
Olivia always says, ramen is her first love, and Adam is her second love. I'm like,
I can see that.
You gotta have a little scene like that or something where like maybe a behind the scenes thing where she's like, "Oh, how much do you love Adam?" Almost as much as I do shrimp flavored ramen. Like, almost.
Yeah, exactly. Almost. It's a close second, but still, she's
That's
got
what
her
Trisha does to me.
priorities.
She always makes fun of me. Like, she's like, "Oh yeah, my my partner's first love is gunpla and robot model building, and her second love is me." And I'm like, "Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's true." Let me ask you this: 2 questions.
Yeah.
3 questions. Maybe 4. Okay. Anyways,
I'm here for it.
What's your? Because I don't know if you know this, Kalani. But I am not only the garage sale queen of the Midwest. I'm also the instant noodle buff connoisseur
Ooh, yes.
of the Midwest. So, what is your favorite brand? I don't know. I'm gonna start asking this to all our guests. By the way, this is a Kalani question of the week original. I'm pointing.
I love this.
K Hub original question, Anime Summit original question of the week.
Love that.
What is your go-to brand flavor instant ramen? Brand flavor, whatever.
It is miso ramen. And it is, I can't pronounce it, but it's like what is the brand? It's the orange packet I get at this Japanese grocery store down the street. I'm trying to remember the name. I just go for the orange
orange packet. You don't know what it says. You just know
Most people-
it's that one.
Most ramen, instant ramen connoisseurs recognize it by the package color or design, not by the brand
I
name.
recognize it by the name. I can't say the name. I think it starts with an M.
Okay.
But yes, I have some in the other room. I can grab
Mama?
it, but
Is
I
it
don't
Mama?
think so. I should find it. We were just talking about this in the Discord. I wonder if I think I left a picture in there somewhere. I should try to find it.
Because
but yes,
my favorite brand is Mama, if that's what you're talking about.
I definitely got to go to. And now I'm like annoyed that I don't remember the name. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if I can find it in 10 seconds.
Now I'm curious what Olivia's is.
Oh, I don't know about her favorite packaged ramen, but I do. Oh, okay. Stephanie just brought me the ramen. It is Sapporo Ichiban
Oh, okay. Yep.
miso ramen.
The orange one.
The orange one.
Yeah.
That's my jam. And I do I make it in Adam style, which I use less water so that the soup taste is stronger. That's a pro tip. And then what I do is I actually leave a tiny bit I don't cook, and I crumble it up and I sprinkle it on top.
Ooh, so it's kind of like
Whoa, hold
yeah.
on.
So you got a little bit of a tiny bit
so
of
kind
a
of
little
like
crunch
the
on the top,
like crushed up like leftover bits from the packet.
The loose noodles at the
Exactly.
bottom. Yeah.
Nice.
Exactly.
Nice. That's interesting.
Oh, I think you just did something. Hold on.
That's right. I'm a connoisseur. And then if you want to go crazy, you get a mug and you fill it halfway with water. You put an egg in it.
Oh yeah.
Put that in the microwave for 1 minute, and then you put the egg into your ramen. You got yourself a poached egg from the
Instant
microwave.
poach. Yeah.
Hey.
So all of that combined is my go-to on a regular basis.
Yeah, hell yeah. Okay. My second question is this: if I buy a Blu-ray from the website right now, could you get people to sign it?
Oh heck yeah, yeah.
Okay.
We had them sign Blu-rays. We did a run of Blu-rays before, and we had the cast sign it. So yeah, we would love to sign it for you.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, the Blu-ray is fun. It's a 2-disc set. So the first disc is the movie. The second disc is over 4 hours of bonus content. So it's like it has like director's commentary. It has a bunch of panels from.
I saw that. So I bought it when you gave me the access to the to the Pure Magic Pictures website. I mean, I ended up buying the movie digitally. So.
Oh, nice.
But there is I love director's commentary stuff during movies.
Sweet.
That's
so
just
fun.
that's my favorite part. And because it's like you're watching it with them, and just hearing the creators just talk about what they did in certain scenes and stuff like that. So that's always fun. So I'm excited.
The
to
director's
watch that.
commentary. Yeah, sweet. Yeah, the commentary was really fun because we did it. I did it with all the cast members,
Nice.
and so it's not just like me talking by myself. It's actually a video. It's like a picture-in-picture. So it's
Oh,
like us.
fun.
It's
Okay.
like me and Olivia sitting in the bottom corner talking about the movie,
Uh-huh.
and then it's like later it's like me and Hunter talking, and then it's like me and Regina. So it's always like rotating the actors depending on the scene.
Yeah.
It's a really fun like what you're watching it with us,
Yeah.
and we're just experiencing it and talking about things. So it's fun.
The DVD for Oran High School Host Club, the English dub cast and everyone who was involved, like the ADR director for the dub version, the English dub for Oran, they also, for like the first 3 episodes or so, they actually did also a director's commentary for like the first 3 episodes, and like the different episodes they had different people who like played the characters in the anime and stuff. And
Oh, that's
again,
awesome.
I love that type of stuff. Like that's like my bread and butter. I
love
love
it,
the
yeah.
behind the scenes and everything. I mean, I'm like a total fan of like the movies that made us on Netflix and stuff. Like
Oh, so
I
good,
I
yeah.
love
that.
looking at all behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah, same. So like we really put some love into the Blu-ray and the special features because
Nice.
it's like that's the
Nice.
kind of stuff that I love.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
so we went kind of overboard with it. There's a lot.
I mean, it's totally
Can't
worth
go
it.
too overboard. One of my
Yeah.
friends, he used to love collecting and I think he still does, but he used to love collecting the special edition boxes of movies and DVDs and Blu-rays. Like, he's got the Star Trek, the first movie of Star Trek with Chris Pine, He's got the one where it's like it's shaped like the ship, and the disc sits in the circle part.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, he loves collecting things like that. So I mean, the more
Yeah.
you can add to that stuff, it's just so good. We can't let that stuff die. Like, we have to let.
Yeah,
That's why
I
physical
love
media is
physical
important. I think.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good. Yeah, holding a movie in your hands,
Yes.
it's special.
So yeah, if I could get that, that'd be great.
100%.
Number 2 or number 3. Where can people watch besides buying on the website? There's other ways to watch it. Obviously, like Danny bought a digital copy. I went to the premiere. There's a physical copy you can buy in the store, puremagicpictures.com. But like puremagicpictures.com, I don't know if you guys know this. You sign up, and there's a bunch of different shows and movies and things on. There's a podcast where you can just consume all their stuff. There's Plunder Quest, Lily Darling, Skye Hoshi, Anime Girl. There's a movie they're working on right now that we just talked about at the beginning, the Squatchers, Sasquatches.
Yeah, Squatchers, you got it.
There's also, there's a show that you do with Chris Chen. Also.
Oh yes, the food show, View and Chew.
Yeah, people love food shows, man.
Yeah,
People, I mean, there's
that was
food.
fun.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, it's just like, But if you become a member of Pure Magic Pictures, okay, you can watch all that stuff. That's where you can watch Skye Hoshi. But what would you say is the best way to watch it?
Yeah, so the best way to watch Skye Hoshi is you just go to puremagicpictures.com, and it's right there. Or you can go to skyehoshi.com if you wanna get crazy, if you wanna go wild.
It's gonna be weird, yeah, it'll be crazy.
Either one. But yeah, you can. There's so many ways to watch it through our site, and it's you can either rent it, you can buy it, or you can do like a subscription, like you're saying, and you get access to like everything on the site. So we wanted to make it easy for people to like do whatever they want, whether it's just like a one-time watch or owning it, or everything in between. And right now we're just keeping it on our site because it's so much better for us as a business to be able to release different updates, like, oh, here's a behind the scenes, and here's red carpet, and we're able to like release those things on the site with our movie, and connect with our audience. And what we're doing is really building a community of people who want to geek out on the things that we want to geek out on too. And so that's really what Pure Magic Pictures is. And, our Skye Hoshi Anime Girl is our love note to anime. And there's much more like that on there. And if you kind of like one thing, you'll most likely like it all because it's all coming from the same place. And we're just a bunch of nerds who love all this type of thing. And so you can watch it there. And there's many ways to watch it. But if you go to puremagicpictures.com, there's a big old link there for Skye Hoshi, and you can click it and gives you all your options. So
I think it was a great love note to anime. It's very good.
Oh, thank you.
I agree.
From one nerd to another,
Yay, love
One's
it.
just a filmmaker nerd, but like it's a filmmaker nerd giving their love and their I want to make a movie about anime. This is it.
Yes.
If it were me, you could rent it for $6 and then just buy the hard copy after that if you want it. You know what I mean? Like that's probably what I would have done had I not, gone to the premiere and done all this other stuff with Kalani. But
That's a pro tip, actually.
yeah.
That's a good one.
I mean, that's
You
what
rent it, and then
that's
you
what you
get the
did back in the
Blu-ray.
day, right? You'd go to the video store.
Yeah.
You'd be walking out. I was like, no, I don't want. Give me a box of Bunch of Crunch. Get me a 2-pack of the Act 2 Extra Butter Lovers popcorn,
Oh, okay.
and then let me get Halloween 2, and Super Punch Out on Super Nintendo because I haven't beaten. I haven't gotten past the championship round of fucking bald bull. You know what I mean? But like, my last question to you, Kalani.
Yes.
What's the last anime you watched and you loved?
Ooh.
I'm rewatching through Chainsaw Man right now.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I finished it a while ago, but I was like, I need it again. So I started watching it. So I'm halfway through it, second time around, and it's so good. I love Chainsaw Man.
As a film buff, did you catch all the film things in the opening?
The film things? I'm trying to remember. What
the
film
bowling,
things?
the Big Lebowski bowling scene
Oh,
with the ball. With
yes,
the bowling ball.
yes.
There was
Yeah.
like some Pulp Fiction.
There's some scenes from Pulp Fiction in it, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. No, it's so good. The show is just like so good. I just watched. I'm like halfway through, and I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but I just like the episode where a bunch of people die.
Yeah.
Like
I
that
know what you mean.
episode, that just like literally my brain explodes every time I see that episode. I'm like, did they just do that? Did they just do that? Did they just do that? Oh my god! You know, like it's insane. Like
You
I
can't have
love
a
it.
favorite character in Chainsaw Man.
You just can't.
No.
Yeah.
You're not allowed.
No.
Sorry.
Yeah. So
Yeah, man.
good. But yeah,
Good.
that's the
That's
last
good.
one I've been watching, and it's amazing and highly recommend.
Nice.
The Rize arc is coming out next, so that arc, in my opinion, Rize is a great character, and she's. I'm not gonna say anything else. It's just like, oh man, I love Chainsaw Man. It's so good.
That's so good. I'm very excited for the Spy Family movie.
Oh
Yes,
yeah, the
it's
Code
coming.
White or
It's-
the White, yeah.
Yes, it's coming internationally next Friday on the April 19th. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this is something super random. I'm just thinking about anime movies now. But super random, but Skye Hoshi, if you have any listeners in the Philippines, Skye Hoshi Anime Girl is actually doing a theater run in the Philippines.
Ooh.
Oh, what?
Over
Hell
the
yeah.
summer.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're really excited about that. So we're gonna be getting some fans from the Philippines here pretty
Yay,
soon.
that makes me so happy.
Yeah,
so dope.
so it's gonna be playing in SM Cinema. It's like one of their big theater chains, and it's gonna be an SM Cinema exclusive. So if you're in the Philippines, you can watch it on the big screen along with all the other movies.
That's so
that's gonna be really
awesome.
fun.
Oh, I'm so
Yeah.
happy for you that you got that.
Yeah, seriously,
Yeah.
dude. I feel like honored, like that you wanted to come back here and talk about, do a follow up with us on this movie. It's a very fun movie. It's great. It's done by people who have passion for filmmaking and anime, and just like it's just one of those things that I can kind of, not just because you were on our podcast about it and are on it now, but like it's one of those kind of things like I can feel close to a little bit. And when you take art as personally as I do, when it's just like I enjoy that. Makes me feel good. It tend to make things like that. Listen, it doesn't matter if it's about filmmaking or cooking or TV or crocheting a stuffed animal or your pets or whatever. It's little things like that tend to make you feel a little good about life. It's putting the poached egg in your ramen.
In your ramen.
That's right.
It's getting excited about how like you get to drink coffee every day.
Right.
The morning
you know what I mean?
juice.
It's little things like that. And when we live in such a, like, not to make it super deep or whatever, because it's not that deep, but it is deep. When we live in the world we live in right now, it's the little things like that tend to make you feel good about life that you can just carry on with you.
For sure.
You know what I mean? It's reasons like that made Hoshi want to stay. So
I love
think
that.
there's just more reason to watch the movie. So
Well, I'm so glad that you guys enjoyed it, and I love being a part of your guys' community. You guys have such a great, strong Discord and podcast community, and I joined the Discord back when I did my first chat with you guys, and I've been on it ever since. And I just it's really fun to be on there and chat with people and just be a part of what you guys are doing. And I'm so grateful to be part of the fam.
We are. We are
Kalani
so.
will come on there. And he'll be like, I just finished this and I'm done crying. What do I
do
watch
now?
next?
What do I watch now?
Yeah. I know. For real though.
Oh man.
So good.
We are honored
Yeah.
that you're a part of our community as well, Kalani. I know Sam definitely was the ringleader in forming the Anime Summit Discord the way it is and stuff. So,
But Danny has added so much, like the manga book club. Danny and I started it, but I kind of forgot about it. So Danny's like, I'm gonna go do this. You go sit down. Do your
take a
editing
seat.
bullcrap,
I
whatever it is
got
you do.
this. Like,
I
And
got
Danny,
this.
Danny, along with Ed, our moderator, has revived the book club, and it's man, people love book club. Man,
That's so cool.
It's like 10, 15 plus people in there every week. Like,
Wow.
Yeah,
I
we
know,
have fun with it.
That's what I said. I was like, oh,
we have fun with it. It's April now. And April month is our
wet April.
wet April. So like any sort of ecchi, lewd, manga that's out there, we're reading.
Nothing
it
too
this month.
terrible. Like nothing too.
Nice.
I don't know.
But-
We read Dick Fight Island last
Oh
year.
yeah, Dick Fight Island. Yeah. That's right.
So anything
that.
goes. Anything goes.
This is why we love anime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything goes.
Anything goes. Yeah.
I forgot about Dick Fight Island. Yeah, my bad.
That's hilarious. I love
But
that.
yeah, and if we can keep, fueling that community together, whether it's through your movies and your Discord or our podcast and our Discord, then we're gonna continue doing it. So if you want to hear more K-Hub, just holler at K-Hub on Discord. Go on their Discord, holler at them. There's also a Pure Magic Pictures podcast that you can listen to, and just or even holler at me. Be like, hey, that Kalani person, director, nerd face Johnson sounded sexy. You should have him on more often. Oh, okay, absolutely. Yeah, you're right. He is sexy. I agree with you. Yeah. So,
Hey, I'll take it.
yeah. And get excited because we will also have Kalani on again when we gear up for the sequel. Okay.
That's right.
So I'm just very excited to hear that.
I'd
just in the
also
beginning
would
of
love
this.
to have you on for Cinnamontography to talk about your little Sasquatch movie that.
Yeah, we
that
gotta
you
talk about
do.
this. So we got going on with Sasquatch. Kalani is a conspiracy tinfoil hat.
We gotta
person.
get King on that too, because King
I got my tinfoil hats.
King has started being an honorary member of the Cinematography series, so
Yeah,
I'm pretty
cinematography,
sure
we
he
review
would
movies
be
and stuff.
all
Yeah.
over the Sasquatch theory and all that kind of stuff.
good.
So
Yeah.
Well, the Squatchers is actually supposed to be coming out. We're supposed to be doing a live digital premiere in about a month.
ooh, okay.
So
okay.
I will let you guys know. I'll give you an invite to the digital premiere for that one.
Yeah, definitely.
More than welcome to come. It's gonna be similar to the Skye Hoshi one, so it's gonna be a lot of fun. And this movie is just the Squatchers is my love note to the Goonies. I grew up
Oh my
loving
God.
the Goonies.
Yes.
You just said the magic word.
Yes. So it's basically like if the Goonies grew up and went on an adventure. That's kind of my the basis of this movie.
Love
so
it.
so yeah, it's so much fun. It's just like a bunch of friends and they go Sasquatch hunting and everything you can imagine goes wrong. And it's just such a fun. It's such a fun adventure and just like a movie about friendship. And so yeah, I'm excited. That's going to come out in about a month. So I'll let you guys know. You can hop on the digital premiere.
Yes.
Yeah.
We would love that for sure.
Squatchers.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
It's real
Squatchers.
hairy.
Real hairy. Be there.
Be there.
Oh, man.
There is. I know we're wrapping up, but there is a Skye Hoshi crossover scene in the Squatchers. I'm very
No way.
Ooh, yes.
So there's literally a scene where all the characters from Skye Hoshi ends up in the same room as all the characters from the Squatchers, and they interact.
Nice.
And there's like definitely a
You're
fun...
just feeling my theory. You're just feeling my theory. You're just feeling my theory in the jar. I'm telling you.
That's it. The Squashers and Skye Hoshi are in the same universe.
It's the same universe, yeah.
I'm not crazy.
100%.
You're crazy.
Yeah, exactly. There's actually a lot of fun Skye Hoshi Easter eggs in the Squatchers. I like to say that the Squatchers is a Skye Hoshi it's almost like a Skye Hoshi prequel. Like it happens the day before the Skye Hoshi movie happens.
Okay.
So there's some fun little things that's happening. Like you can watch the movie and not know anything about Skye Hoshi and just enjoy it. But if you have seen Skye Hoshi and you watch the Squatchers, your mind might explode because there's a lot of fun little things spread throughout the movie.
Sam,
Just for fun.
we'll have to be mentally prepared.
You gotta be
Yeah. And we got to ask for this day off for this digital premiere too.
For sure,
Like,
yeah.
Danny had to work
yeah.
last time.
I wasn't able to go to the Skye Hoshi premiere because I had to work. So.
Yeah, she had to work. Yeah.
All right. Well,
but yeah.
Tell me your work schedule. We will work. We'll set the date around
yeah,
it.
I know.
Yeah. We'll work around
We'll work
you.
around it. It's fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're
Thanks,
like,
Fawn.
Thursday, done.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you guys want to hear more, K-Hub $, holler at us, okay? This has been an EX episode, Cinnamontography, Creator Spotlight, Honey Bear, Skye Hoshi
Definitely
came out of the
Honey
poster, Instant Ramen Noodle Podcast.
It's the Ramen Noodle Podcast.
Yeah, we'll have K-Hub for a ramen review episode soon.
Oh
I think I need
yeah.
a whole episode just reviewing ramen. I think that.
Yeah,
would be
I'll have to go to the Asian store, just buy a bunch of these random ones, and I'll send them to you.
Yeah. This
you guys
might
got
need to happen.
Yeah. But yeah, I love you guys very much. Thanks for listening every week. Kalani, thank you so much for coming on again and talking about more of your films and your work, and more importantly, Skye Hoshi. And if you guys need to watch it, go to puremagicpictures.com. All the options are laid out for you to watch it, whether rent, buy digitally, buy physically, or subscribe to Pure Magic Pictures and watch, stream all their other movies, and along with the Squatchers, which is coming out very soon. So, thank you very much. I've been Sam. That's been Danny. That's been the lovely Kalani Hubbard. And you've been the Anime Summit Podcast.
I love ramen.
God,
So
me too.
good.
I want some right now. We were talking about it way too much, and now I want some.
I had some last night, and I still want. I think I'm gonna get some for lunch.